Who is this? Frog's Master. Wait a minute, what was that guy named again? Frog's Master. Is this actually the one and only and true Frog's Master? It is I, Frog's Master. Hey everybody, it's Frog's Master, and it is time to open these doors once again. Alright. I want you. Carefully take you off of there. Don't want to make them fall. And well, I guess we'll grab him too. Alright. Bring these guys over here. Okay. So, yeah, now just keep it front and center on him for right now. So, of course, this is the Dandy Achy Breaky Heart Frog. Doesn't really have a specific series name, but this isn't a review or anything. It's about him, and well, it's like a certain frog we talked about a few days ago. Wait, has it been a week already? No, I think it's just been a few days. Yeah, well, it's this one, and really, this might be the second one, but this is the more special one, because now, after that one video that actually did end up, well, I'm not even gonna say. I think you know if you think hard enough, but in that video we basically figured out we figured out that I must have gotten this and Ain't Too Proud to Beg in 2007, because, I mean, that just makes the most sense, but you never know. I mean, maybe I got this in 2005 or 2006, and I guess the frogs didn't come till like way later. But I think that wouldn't have made much sense if there was such a gap between the two. Because the thing I know 100% is after this was on the road again. Well, I guess I really don't know on that 100%, but you know, I do know it could not have been 2005 because I was born in 2003, and I know I got this around the summer. Would have remembered if it was Christmas time. So, I know it was in 2005 because I can't remember anything when I was 2. I'm pretty sure that a lot can, but I can't. I can't remember a thing in that year, so I think this would have had to have been 2006 or 2007. It would just make more sense if it was 2007, but I feel like these would not have been in the stores in 2007. My throat is... I'm not sick. I literally just got done fluiding myself with a bunch of soda, and now my throat is going to be weird. I just started doing this right after lunch, so let's hope that stops for the rest of this. I don't want to keep doing that. I think I'm going to go with 2006, actually, just because that feels more right, and I don't think this would have been in stores in 2007. But I really think On the Road Again would have been 2007. But I guess I'll never really know, because those pictures on that computer, they don't have a date that, like, says that stuff. I mean, I could look again, but I'm almost positive that there's nothing I could find out with that. Okay, let's just get into this guy. Not specifically him, but of course the old one. My memories with the old one are very different from the memories I had of the Ain't Too Proud to Beg frog. Because with Ain't Too Proud to Beg, it was basically just the memory of holding it like one day, and then the other memory was where I wanted to throw it out. And then it was. I didn't do it. My mom did. I don't think I mentioned this in that video, but I know it was thrown out in the garbage can in the garage. So it probably quickly went to the dump. Still such a weird thing that I did that. Which did not happen with my old achy breaky heart. I know I did not say anything about that because I would have remembered. If I remember the Ain't Too Proud to Beg thing, I would have remembered the achy breaky heart one. Now, I definitely think it was thrown out before 2008, but I know I'm not the one that said anything about it. Yeah, it was definitely thrown out before 2008. I feel like it was probably in the beginning of 2008 or end of 2007 where I was getting some of the last of the frogs. Yeah. It probably got really, really broken. And then it was just tossed. What would be weird is if it was in a bin still somewhere, but I'm very sure it isn't because I've seen the inside of all those bins of all kinds of old stuff, which are in the garage right now, actually. And a lot of them are clear, so you can just look through them without needing to open anything. So the memories with the achy breaky heart frog, much happier, of course. Not to say that other moment with the Ain't Too Proud to Beg frog wasn't, but I just don't remember much with it. Because that Ain't Too Proud to Beg frog could have been months and months before the achy breaky heart. I don't really know for sure. But one specific memory that I know with achy breaky heart was that his song, it was the recording of the song, very, very memorable. Even after not seeing any videos of this for so long. Actually, I had never seen a YouTube video of it at all until the Cool Kid guy did a video of his, which that was in like 2016, so it really took a while. I still always remembered the recording and what it sounded like. Not all of the lyrics I could remember, which is weird because I had listened to the actual song from time to time, yet I couldn't remember the lyrics, I guess. It's a little weird. Actually, that's very weird, but whatever. Yeah, this is the one with the white bottom, by the way. Some of them are black. I've probably mentioned that before, though. So I could definitely remember the recording very easily. Not really the lyrics. I mean, a little bit of the lyrics, yes, but a lot more with the background music and the voice, especially. The voice was the main thing. And no, I had not seen any videos of that dandy horse that sings it, so I don't think I had been hearing that recording. I really just remembered the recording. At least the voice and the music of the recording. Just not so much on the lyrics. And of course I remembered how it moved. I would have never forgotten that. I mean, if you forget something like that, then you don't really have memories of it. I don't know, maybe that's not true, because maybe someone would just never would have played it and they would remember it, but I don't know. I think you would need to see it in action to really have a memory that sticks, you know? So, you know, I had known that the word phone was somewhere in this recording, and I remember, and this is a little weird and very specific, but I know that there was a time where this was like sitting specifically on a counter. It was like by the kitchen. It kind of looked as if it was like a bar counter in a way, a little bit. Man, I wish you guys could see what the whole layout of that old house looked like. But anyway, it was sitting on that counter, and it was right next to a phone. So it was like saying that line where, it says phone. And then I just remembered it right next to the phone, and that just always stuck. Like 100%. Like, I know exactly. I know that it was sunny. I know what the phone looked like. Like, the actual phone. I know it was working perfectly. I mean, I know that I was looking up at it. I mean, you can tell. Obviously, that's a memory that I remember. But there's other memories that I can remember of this, too. Of just it being on the floor with a bunch of other stuff. A few other times where it was, activated. I actually never remember it in my room. Just in the living room, really. Only the living room, which actually goes for a few of the first frogs. Because a lot of the first ones, I think I did only use in the living room, oddly enough. Not in my own room, which is kind of interesting. At least I think so. There was actually a point where I really did just use my stuff in the living room and in the kitchen, but not in my own room. Yeah, think about that. You've seen the pictures of, like, the bin of all the stuff in the living room and the kitchen, too. If you look at that video with the photos on the computer. That Achy Breaky Heart frog was gone before all those pictures, though. Although there is a picture of the old one, and I've shown that. At least I'm pretty sure I did. I think there was 2 pictures of... It was in the same spot. It was just 2 different perspectives, but I know I did show it. Maybe it wasn't that video, but I showed it in a video. I mean, it's been already like 4 years since that video now, so it's getting a little hard to remember. But all my memories with this are literally just in the living room. Just that one spot. And again, I know I didn't decide to throw it out like I did with Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Because I'm sure this one, with that recording that I really liked, and the moving mouth, and the head, I mean, yeah. I would not have gotten bored of it in any way. And, like I said, this was definitely the second animated thing that I ever got. Nothing in between this and Ain't Too Proud to Beg. This was the second one, and this is the one that really, just the one that I really liked. I mean, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, obviously I did not like too much. I'm different with that item now, of course, but back then, I don't know. I'm glad it wasn't the same with this one, though. And this one is quite different from the Ain't Too Proud to Beg frog, despite the fact that they were made around the same time, and that they're both by Dan D. Yeah, my first 2 items, not Jemmy, Dan D. think there's quite a few collectors that actually first started with dandy things, and then they started getting Jemmy stuff. That's all to really say, though. I remembered the little hat and the bandana, of course, and the light-up guitar. I remembered all that. And as for the bottom, it could have been black. It definitely could have been. I know that the tag on my old one was different from this one. I'm pretty sure. The bottom on the old one may have been black, but this one is white. Something that I did not remember until I had seen a picture of it, and this was something I did show in a video too. I had the Red Gorilla that sang Wild Thing that has the same exact guitar, the moving mouth, and same mechanism. Completely forgot that I had that. And there's a picture of it laying on the floor, like right next to this. Which you might be saying, well, did you get that gorilla with the achy breaky heart? I don't think so. I think I would have remembered the gorilla too. I think the gorilla probably came afterwards. But I feel like it just would have been like after a couple of the frogs, though. I don't know. That's how I feel on it. Anyways, I got this in 2017. That was a really good memory of just being able to play this again. Even though I knew what it was going to sound like, just seeing it, especially that it works perfectly and still does, like flawlessly. And it's, it's very clean. It's just so nice to see. And then, of course, in 2020, last year, I would then get this, which I know I never had this. And I made sure. I asked my mom, and she said no. This is pretty good too, but this one is definitely better. I figured that out pretty quickly, that this one is still better, but it's kind of obvious. This is still good, though. Obviously. See, this has a black cover. And that skin is actually lighter, which I'm sure I've mentioned already. But yeah, recording, not as good. This one's mouth, the wire's starting to come off of it, and the gear is actually pretty bad in the side-to-side, so it's kind of about to completely stop working right. But the lights in the guitar are good, and I'm pretty sure the lights are done differently than in this one. I forget, because I've actually not played them both at the same time in a while. But this guy should be good. Yeah. Batteries are still very good. As you can see. See, it gets stuck. Yeah, you can hear that it's breaking a little bit, but it's very fast, and the batteries have been holding up very well. Like, they seem very brand new still. The button is a little worn looking, but it's not about that guy. It's about this guy, which if I played the Only You one, I'm going to play this. That Only You one was sold at the exact same time as this, by the way, which I guess would have been the same for those two gorillas with these guitars and the White Bear with the guitar. I'm sure all of it was sold at the same time. So 2006, 2005, they had to have went for more than 1 year in those stores, because I don't feel like it would have just been 1 year with them. I think Dandy would have had these go for a couple years. Probably just 2 at the most, though. Anyways, here we go. Wish Dandy items were still like this. Unfortunately, they are not. Ugh, that's for sure. Well, there you have it. It's basically all there is to say on him. I'm sure my original one did go away in 2008. It was probably in the early 2008. But that gorilla one, that probably went first. Especially since I don't remember it that much. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. That was him. Better memories, thankfully. Peace.